Okay, this is my third attempt at trying to do the Screencast-O-Matic. I've been having some interesting issues with this. The last time I tried it, basically I got as far as uploading it and I don't know where it went. Anyway, the whole point is to learn how to do screencasting and that sort of thing for this particular module. And this particular module for this imaginary class on how to rock climb, or actually how to climb, not how to rock climb, is where we're going. This particular section is talking about the various venues that we do climbing in, and they have a variety of different levels of commitment. As you can see here, my expectations are that you're going to understand the different types of climbing, and you're going to understand where these various venues occur, and then finally the level of commitment associated with each venue. Now I've broken it up into these various elements, and these elements are quite connected together, as illustrated by these two pictures I have here. Stony Point is very old in its rock climbing history, but it's, as you can see with the light fixture here, the telephone the traffic light, you're right in the middle of an urban venue. This is in Chatsworth, a suburb of Los Angeles, and you are very close to some horse stables, which sort of implies a rural setting. But as you can see by this very wide street, you're not in a wide setting at all. You're right next to a couple of freeways and some very nice Mexican restaurants. On the other hand, this other picture here where I have a couple gentlemen doing some bouldering is in Joshua Tree. They're climbing on a very difficult climb called Streetcar Named Desire. At least it's difficult for me. And in both instances, you're relatively close to emergency personnel. You are about an hour away from the front entrance here, but you're within about a half an hour to a telephone in Joshua Tree here where you can get a hold of emergency personnel, and then it would take them about an hour to get to you, maybe less. Now on the other hand, at Stony Point, you're within, you have cell phone coverage anywhere on Stony Point, and you would have emergency personnel, within 10-15 minutes of the time you made the call. Two very different levels of commitment. Commitment is not only a matter of the climb itself and the type of climbing, but also it has to matter with the level of risk that you're willing to take upon yourself. Now it turns out that the various different types of climbing also are associated with the different venues. And the venues, I've illustrated two of them. The third venue is basically when you're in the mountains. When you're in the mountains, you have a serious level of commitment. You're a day at least from the trailhead, and then several hours away from getting in touch with emergency personnel. As you might guess, I'm talking about level of commitment in regards to safety and in case something goes wrong. But there's also level of commitment in terms of just the climb. How much time are you willing to spend on the wall? Is it going to be 5 minutes? A few seconds, like on a bouldering problem? Or is it going to be an afternoon doing several climbs here at Stony Point? And then we'll get into that discussion a little bit later. But in a very similar sort of situation that we have differing characteristics associated with the planets going around the sun, the Jovians being big and fluffy, and the terrestrial planets being small and dense, the similar sort of characterizations can be done for climbing and the venues that support them as well.